This week, a trip through what if. Lawyer Flash.
Welcome to Lawyer Flash. I'm your host, Jon Deer, and I explain what? The law. That's right. Today's topic: in the face of many studies showing that laws relating to the criminalization of marijuana are applied arbitrarily with racial bias and that they ruin many lives, many are calling for the legalization of marijuana. Today we look at whether President Obama unilaterally, without the assistance of Congress, on his own, can legalize marijuana. President Obama was recently quoted in The New Yorker as saying that marijuana is no more dangerous than alcohol, and he considers it a bad habit like smoking cigarettes. The White House was quick to point out that this does not represent a change in marijuana policy, and it has no plans to attempt to legalize marijuana. Many advocates pointed out that this is hypocritical and demanded that the president immediately unilaterally legalize marijuana. Unfortunately, there are many obstacles to the president doing that. The first is removing marijuana from Schedule 1 of controlled substances, which represents the most dangerous substances, including heroin, cocaine, and meth. Schedule 1 means that a substance has no legitimate purpose and it is the most likely to be subject to abuse. Removing marijuana from Schedule 1 would require the consideration and approval of multiple agencies, which would take a lot of time, and they are somewhat independent of the president. At least one of the agencies has already vocally voiced opposition to legalizing marijuana. In addition, removing marijuana is just a first step and does not make marijuana usage legal. There are many laws and regulations that criminalize marijuana independent of whether it is a Schedule 1 substance. The president has also given guidance to federal prosecutors regarding non-enforcement of marijuana laws for minor infractions. However, this is a very weak half step. It still maintains criminal status for users of marijuana. Individual prosecutors have discretion with respect to how they apply that guidance, and there are many other penalties for that criminal conduct, regardless of whether the criminal statutes are enforced. In summary, there are many obstacles to unilateral action by the president in making marijuana legal. If marijuana is going to properly become legal in this country, it's going to take concerted effort from the presidency, Congress, and individual advocates. That was our episode. I hope it wasn't too blunt. You can find us here each week at lawyerflash.net or youtube.com/lawyerflash. Also be sure to like and share our Facebook page, and mostly subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm your host, Jon Deer. We'll see you here next week on Lawyer Flash. The president has another obstacle. In 1961, wait a minute, hold on, let's find out what the name of the treaty is. Be sure and check out these other exciting Lawyer Flash episodes.